The Dems are trying to find out who is the face of the party. In Denver, Colorado, Rob, if you want to pull this up, Bernie Sanders has an event with AOC. And when you look at this event with AOC, if you can pull this up and play the clip, they say 34,000 people show up to this event. So watch this clip. They say 34,000 people showed up to this event. Okay, and by the way, whatever the number is, that's still a strong audience if you look at that, right? That's a strong audience right there that they have to show up to Bernie and AOC's event. But here's a challenge with this. According to Zero Hedge, Rob, if you can go to Zero Hedge with what Mario Nafal posted, I think it's in the exchange. If you don't have it, I can send it to you. I think you do have it, but I'll text it to you as well. In the in the exchange in Zero Hedge's, right there. So massive rally, AOC rally. Turns out it wasn't as grassroots as advertised. Look at this number here. Despite claims of 34,000, GPS data analysis reveals the real number was closer to 20,000. Still big, but not record-breaking because they measured all the cell phones. More revealing, a whopping 84% of those devices had shown up to 9 other protests or more, including Antifa, BLM events, pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian demonstrators, and Kamala Harris campaign stop. Over 30% have attended by 20 or more. Data analyst says the crowd was anything but organic. The majority were tied to activist networks like Disruption Projects, Indivisible, Democratic Socialist America, Rise and Resist, and Troublemakers, all reportedly funded by Act Blue.
Weird.
And some receiving backing via U.S. aid. Optics over authenticity. The playbook hasn't changed, just the target. So you can see this and see the fact that there's a fight going on and everyone's trying to be the face of the Democratic Party. I don't know if they're going to allow Newsom to be it, and I don't think if they're going to allow AOC or Bernie to be it. I don't think they're going to allow either one of them.
I hope
the
not.
Democratic Party believes in arranged marriage. They don't believe in you get to marry whoever you want to marry. The Democrats believe in you marry who we tell you're going to marry. They do this practice in some marriages in India. They do this in some Middle Eastern countries. The Democratic establishment party is fully an arranged marriage. They'll let you know if AOC can be your wife. They'll let you know if Newsom can be your husband. Until then, they'll let you know whenever they're ready, and it may not be those two guys. So, yeah, I think Newsom's going to do his part. There's a big fight right now to see who's going to be a part of this. Tom, your thoughts when you see AOC and Bernie doing what they're doing to trying to kind of win the votes of Democrats right now?
Well, first of all, you're trying to find the face of the party, and so you send out the small market share fringe far left. That just doesn't seem to me like what you'd be sending out. It's about to be baseball season. You got to send out the American, apple pie, neutral, almost centrist. And I think this is ridiculous. And of the protesters, boy, we got the executive platinum of protesters. They've been everywhere. They've been collecting up all those miles and everything. This is the executive platinum protesters club. Yeah. Look at that. And so you send them out. So I think this is a real tin ear. And it shows you that somewhere inside the DNC, they really believe their absolute progressive side, their fringe, is something that will get traction. And I believe they sent it out to just put anger on the street. They sent it out to get angry. And that's even one of the things that AOC was saying. If you're really angry, you're with us. Show us you're angry. Show us you're angry. And so it was a high emotion. So they pack the ballot box with a bunch of fake protesters. They tell everybody, get really angry, show the emotion, because that's all the visual clips that they want. But meanwhile, the party, I don't think the party really wants us, but they sent it out. So it was kind of confusing to me. I think it was like an emotion. They want the clips and want the visual and they want the emotion out there. They want to show some anger and people are upset.
So do you think the Democratic Party will allow AOC or Newsom to be the face of the party?
AOC, I do not think they will allow her, but they may end up with her because female, articulate, attractive, Hispanic. I mean, there's a lot of boxes that she, quote, checks there. And then, what's really funny is Newsom is trying to be a capitalist. He's out there being a capitalist. I'm the product. I want you to buy me, and I want market share. Yeah. That's capitalism. He does not want the socialist arranged marriage, and he's actually staying far from it. And by the way, this has been his MO. And I think they will ultimately select him as the face of the party? Pat, I think they may end up in that default position. But remember, he's refused to fly with the party for 3 years. Who put himself out there and had a debate with DeSantis separately?
It was him.
That wasn't the DNC. That
was
wasn't
bouncing
sanctioned
around.
by the DNC.
Yeah.
They were like, will you stay out of the way, please? What the hell are you doing? You know, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with Biden. And yet he was out there kind of inserting himself out there. That wasn't DNC. That was Gavin Newsom. I think they may end up with him.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, well, Tom, there's one correction. You said she's articulate. She's definitely not articulate. She's probably one of, I think her and Jasmine Crockett are up there for the actual dumbest. And I actually want, the moment she sits in an actual debate, there was one clip that I saw where this lady's asking her questions and she was completely lost. Mind you, this is the same person that said that we're going to be.
Let me make sure. She can deliver a line. She's not a Rhodes Scholar.
Yeah, bingo. And the fact that she's like,
okay, so the
world's
perception is, wow, that was really wonderful.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. But she's. By the way, didn't she say that the world's gonna end in a couple of years? So I don't even know why she would even wanted to run. She thinks we're gonna end. But Gavin Newsom, I'm telling you right now, he's a slick. Do you remember when Biden was in, guys? And he was. Biden was on vacation, weird because he was on vacation more than any other president, mentally and physically. He's walking on the White House lawn, remember, no shirt, no tie. He was walking out there. He's injecting himself. And I'm telling you right now, when it gets down to crunch time and they have nobody, not Bernie Sanders with this balloon haircut and her, they're going to Tom, you nailed it. He's going to be the default because people are going to be used to him. He was on the White House lawn. He was at the debates talking with DeSantis. Oh, he has a podcast and he's talking to everybody. We kind of like him. They're not going to go back and look at these Latinx clips. They're going to be like, oh, you know what? Gavin's going to fight. Gavin's for us. And I think that he's going to be the default guy unless somebody comes out of the woodwork that's a surprise.
Adam.
So we're just real quick on AOC because we're talking about AOC right now. Rob, I sent you some data. She, whether we like it or not, is the most viable candidate that the Democrats have right now. They did this poll on CNN. Which Democratic leader best reflects the party's values? She had a whopping 10% in first place. Kamala had 9. Bernie had 8.
Where's Newsom?
Newsom wasn't on this list, ironically enough.
This is what date? This is recently?
This was recently.
March 6th through 9th?
Yeah. So we'll see where Gavin Newsom ends up. But here's my prediction. She's going to make number one, she's a representative. She's not even a senator. She's not a governor. When's the last time a representative did anything? Like became a president? Yeah. I don't know.
And Bernie got mad when he was asked about it.
Find that out for me. So we'll see where she goes. We'll see where if she tries to take Chuck Schumer's Senate seat because he's getting a lot of heat right now after he went through the continuing resolution and passed the budget. But here's my prediction on AOC.
Barack Obama's only at 4%, same as Jasmine Crockett.
Wow.
Barack,
it's over.
Fall from grace. But
I loved her.
We talked about marketing. We talked about what Trump says. Build the wall, drain the swamp, lock her up. Da da da. She had a very viral slogan that she wore. She made a sweater for this.
Yeah.
Tax the rich. Tax the rich.
Yeah.
And then eat the rich. Billionaires shouldn't exist. So let's see what happens when she runs a presidential campaign. There it is. Tax the rich. She wore it on her dress.
How much was that dress?
Okay. Let's see what happens when this chick needs to raise $1 billion.
Yeah.
Let's see what she's going to do to get that money. My guess is she's going to go to all the rich people, all the lobbyists. Remember when Chris Cuomo said, look up there, look up there. The Democratic Party has a major problem. You saw it. Bernie Sanders was like, we got to take down the billionaires. And then, please welcome to the stage, billionaire governor J.B. Pritzker. It's like, what just happened here?
I made a mistake.
He can pick on one because I am one.
Yeah.
That's the issue, is that when you're so against the wealthy, when you're so against the rich, when you want to tax the rich, but then you need their money.
Yeah, weird.
You're going to have what's called cognitive dissonance. And that's a problem.
Nice.
You make a very good point. And
thanks, Tom.
I'm not adding on here. I'm just going to let it go. But when you go, the first thing that happens to a congressman when they become a senator is they change their view on campaign finance reform.
Bingo.
Because they need billionaire dollars now.
Can you cut that for Adam and put it pin it at the top? Like, you make a great point.
That happens every show, Pat.
Clip
it. Like it or not.
Let's go. I get a lot of minutes, a lot of questions about people telling me, Pat, I'm at a point in my life where I just can't find myself to get to the next level. My life is good. My wife is good. My family is good. My this is good. But I'm just having a hard time getting out of bed. I'm having a hard time being fired up. I'm having a hard time identifying what I need to do next. And I tell them, every single one of them, I said, get off this Manect. Go order the book, Choose Your Enemies Wisely. Read it. Connect me back when you finish the book. You'll see why. The book was specifically written. When I wrote this book, I wrote it because over the years I've done a lot of business plans for a lot of different people, and I noticed there's 12 blocks that you need. 6 of them are emotional blocks, and 6 of them are logical blocks. Most people do business plan with only one or the other. It's either only focus on emotions, dreams, why? It's either only focus on logic. This book breaks down all the 12. If you've not yet read it, this is the National Reading Month. Place the order, signed copy, and if you order it now, I believe the first 100 are getting these Choose Your Enemy Wisely custom mug that'll be sent to you as well, on top of the free bookmarks of Choose Your Enemies Wisely that'll come your way as well. Place the order, Choose Your Enemies Wisely, signed copies on vtmerch.com. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.